Hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Silver Wheel Witch. Today I'm going to be doing another flip through book review. This one is Runes for Beginners by Lisa Chamberlain. And it's a really good book on runes. It covers all the basics for the Futhark runes. I was chatting with my sister, one of them, the other day, and we were talking about runes, and it reminded me that someone on my channel had requested some more books on divination, and this is a great form of divination, and this book actually covers some different things in it, so I thought we would go ahead and go with it. Let's go ahead and do a quick flip through so you can kind of get an idea for the aesthetic of the book, get a feel for it, and then we'll flip through and look at some of the key points in the book. So I actually have a few rune books, and they're all pretty basic, the ones that I have. I haven't actually located any that are more in-depth, that I would say are more intermediate to advanced as far as having additional or different information in them than the other books. This is copyright 2018 by Lisa Chamberlain, published by Chamberlain Publications. But out of the ones that I have, this book is definitely the one that I would say is my go-to to recommend. It's got a lot of good information in it. It's got all the basics. She has some, oh, I don't know if that's focusing, some free information there. And then we have the contents here. I'll hold that there so you can freeze frame if you want to. There's the rest of the contents. All right, with that, let's just go ahead and dive in. So she's got some of the, basic stuff in the front. What are runes? Messages and magic, ancient innovations, rune revival, timeless symbols, runes, and Norse mythology. So none of these sections are extremely long, but they're a good amount of information. Odin's discovery gives you all the basics, some information on rune mastery, and then we go into some information here specifically about the Elder Futhark. So it gives you the nice chart there of what the runes are, and some more information on that. Some information on magic and tradition, getting acquainted with the runes. So it's a pretty beefy front section that just kind of gives you the lowdown on what they are and where they came from and how to use them. And then from here we go into rune scripts. And bin runes. So it gives you just some information on using runes as a script, and then also the creation of bind runes or bind runes. I'm not quite sure how that's enunciated. And actually kind of breaks down a little bit how to create them, which I thought was kind of neat. Those are fun to create. So that in itself can be a form of magic in itself, creating those. And talismans, using it as the talisman. And then we get into divination as well. So your own set of runes and some tips for successful divination. And it actually gives you, talks about reversed runes. But just like with tarot, not everyone reads reversed, so it's up to you. Some combination information, repeating them, preparing for the reading, and then it gives you a traditional casting. So it actually, gives you some information about how they would traditionally cast runes. And then they give you some rune spreads. So kind of like tarot cards, but using runes. So pulling one rune or 3 runes, very much laid out, kind of like tarot in that sense. A lot of people actually mix runes with their tarot readings or oracle readings. 5 runes, which are just, you know, more questions like a typical tarot spread, and other spreads. Rune meanings, and then it goes into the interpretations and magical uses of them. And it starts going through each one individually. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is included here. It gives you a little tiny bit about the rune here, and then it gives you all the different things that it's known as. So the Fehu rune, and then the different things it may be called. Pronunciation. I love that they give the pronunciation there. Sounds like the letter sound is F. A lot of the runes translate over to the English alphabet, but there's a couple letters that would really be missing if you were to use the whole alphabet, but it's one of the easier forms that you can, you know, use for writing, to convert it using the alphabet, the English alphabet. And then we have the translation, which is actually what it represents. So this one is generally cattle, wealth, money, and key words would be wealth, prosperity, abundance, reward, good health, and beginnings. It gives you some primary themes about the card and some additional meanings as well. And then it gives you some magical uses, which I love that she's included that here as well. This is increase wealth, strengthen psychic ability, attract, improve social relationships, sending a magical working into the invisible world to manifest. And then basically all of the runes go through all of that. I will say, if you really get into runes, you will find that you will be buying more books, because you get a better broad perspective of the meanings of the runes. But as far as a first beginner book for runes, this is definitely the one that I would go with out of the ones that I have. And then she goes into a conclusion here, and gives you some further suggested readings as well. Some different rune-related books. This is actually the longest list I have found of rune-related books. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a close-up of that in case you want to take a look at that. And then in the back, she has nice tables of correspondence, which are really great. Give you an idea, kind of put into a chart. She also has some associated colors and elements, and the key correspondences and stuff. So if you wanted to use runes, I can't tell if that's focusing very well, in your magic, then you could incorporate that as well. It has the correspondences. And then again the runes, but this time it gives you the letter alphabets. If you really want to get into using the alphabet with the runes, I would suggest doing a little research online, because I have done that and there's a couple different variations. So you might want to really consider that and really determine what you want your letter, what you want each one of these to represent. There's a couple of minor variations between some different schools of thought on that. So if you are going to use it as a conversion for English letters, then I would definitely do a little bit more research on that before you settle on what your alphabet is going to be. And then some more books by Lisa Chamberlain. And there you have it. That is Rune for Beginners. It's a really great beginner book. I mean, it is what it says it is. It's a beginner book, though honestly a lot of the books that I have seen don't have much more information, just maybe different perspectives on the meanings of the runes or some more keywords. There's some different thoughts on it. So for a first book, this one's definitely great. Let me know, have you read any rune books? Do you use runes? I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you all next time.